Well, here we are e-learning again. Hi, this is Mr. Springer. It's almost 9 o'clock Tuesday morning when I'm making this video. And this is what we're going to do for our e-learning today. Be a little bit less difficult maybe than what we've been doing in the past. So we'll see what you think. You should have a copy of this that you've downloaded from Google Classroom and upload it into GoodNotes. Hopefully you know how to do that. So we'll go from there. I've numbered these blanks from 1 to 10, and we'll just do them in order. I'm going to make this bigger so it's easier to write on. And since this is a plant, I'm going to write my words in green. All right, so the number 1 blank is pointing to that big purple circle-y thing there, and that is, of course, the nucleus. Feel free to already know some of these things. That's fine if you do. It'll just make you that much further ahead. Nucleus directs the cell's activities. It's kind of, some people call it like the brain of the cell, but it doesn't do much thinking. It just has all the information. Next is pointing at those squiggly things coming out of the nucleus, and we call that endoplasmic reticulum. And the endoplasmic reticulum helps make proteins and other substances, so that's what we've got there. Coming our head around, number 3. That greeny looking thing, that's what makes the plant cells look green. That is the chloroplast. Chloroplast makes food for the cells. Photosynthesis happens here. And there's a whole lot of stuff you learn when you take biology class. There's the biggest piece outside of the nucleus here, this big puddle looking thing, and that's actually what it is. It's full of water. That is the vacuole, central vacuole usually. And when the plant has plenty of water, that is full and the plant stands nice and upright. And then when the water is scarce and that puddle dries up, then the cells kind of droop a little, and we call that wilting in the plant industry. Next, we're pointing at all that pink gooey stuff around the cell, and that is called cytoplasm. Oops, not plasm. Whenever you see the prefix cyto, C-Y-T-O, that generally means cell-related stuff. So cytoplasm is the plasm in the cell. Number 6, there's a thin layer inside of that double green layer that is called the cell membrane, or plasma membrane, sometimes they call it. And it controls what can enter and leave the cell. This hot doggy looking thing here, this is the mitochondria. And that is where metabolism happens. That's where the food is broken down and turned into energy for the cell. And that's the mitochondria. This next strange looking blue thing is called the Golgi body, or your book calls it the Golgi apparatus. And we'll see more about that later. These 2 little dots pointed here, there's actually the whole endoplasmic reticulum, or a lot of it is spotted with those little dots as well. Those are called ribosomes. And they're the actual machinery that makes the proteins. You know, we talked about that over here, that helps make proteins. The endoplasmic reticulum, well, it's the ribosomes that actually make it. And then the cell wall, excuse me, is a rigid framework that supports the cell. It sort of serves as the skeleton for the plant. It's the part that remains. Wood is mostly cell walls from cells that are no longer alive. So that is the plant cell. I'm going to turn the page and go to the animal cell. And again, I've numbered it 1 to this time 9. And we'll see what we can do here. The first one is pointing at the gel-like fluid. There again is a site. Oh, I don't want to do green anymore. Let's go red for the animal cell. And we found that also in the plant cell, the cytoplasm. Here's that hot doggy guy. This is the mitochondria. And the mitochondria, of course, converts food energy into usable energy. And you can see there's another one right down here. Number 3, we are looking again at, the endoplasmic reticulum. Can I abbreviate that ER for endoplasmic reticulum? Will you remember what that means? I hope so. Notice in then number 4, another puddle, but it's not nearly as big as it is in the plant. But again, this is a vacuole full of water and other stuff. Here's some more ribosomes, just like in the plant. The cell membrane will regulate or control, maybe that's a better word, what enters and leaves the cell. Again, cell membrane was in both plant and animal cells. Here we've got that Golgi apparatus again, which packages and distributes materials from the endoplasmic reticulum. So whatever is made in the endoplasmic reticulum, it'll send it to the Golgi apparatus or Golgi body, which then packages it and sends it to other parts of the cell, or it can send it outside of the cell to other cells or to the bloodstream or to whatever it is being made is needed. Okay, now here is something that we didn't see in that plant cell. These are called lysosomes. And lysosomes will break down stuff. They're kind of the digestive part of the cell. Even worn out cell parts, that'll break those down and recycle them into usable pieces again. And like we saw before, cyto at the beginning of a word means cell. Somes at the end of the word, S-O-M-E-S, means body. Okay, lyse means to break or cut. So a lysosome is a body, a part of the cell that breaks down stuff. And finally, we got the good old nucleus, which is controlling the activities of the cell. So there you got the plant cell and the animal cell all done. You will find on Google Classroom also a question that I would like for you to answer based on these documents, or these cell labelings. So there you go. Hope you have a good day. Hope you can figure this all out and get it turned in. Thank you very much.